Romeo and Juliet. Discuss the character of Lord Capulet. He is the headstrong, determined patriarch of the Capulet family. He rules with an iron fist, as seen in his conversations with Juliet when she refused to marry Paris. There's also a cold detachment between father and daughter because Juliet addresses him in rather formal terms, quote, Lord and Father. When Juliet refused to marry Paris, Lord Capulet was furious because she dared to undermine his authority. During the Elizabethan period, women had no status and they were under the control of men. It was normal practice for fathers to choose husbands for their daughters. The daughters had no say in the matter, as we see in Juliet's case, but Juliet was a very headstrong girl and dared to question her father's authority. This behavior was unacceptable, hence Lord Capulet's fury at Juliet's disobedience. We can also deduce that even Lady Capulet was scared to defend Juliet's decision not to marry Paris, because when Juliet asked her mother to tell her father that she didn't want to marry Paris, she tells her to tell him herself. When Lord Capulet learns that Juliet refuses to marry Paris, he is furious and he yells, quote, Wife, my hands itch, implying that he was going to use physical force against Juliet for defying his orders. We can juxtapose his harsh, cold, and detached behavior towards Juliet, his verbal abuse of her, to later in the play when he sees her dead in the tomb. His response is completely different, and we tend to empathize with him. But now we are appalled at his level of violence against his young daughter. Quote, Out, you green sickness, carrion, out, you baggage, you tallow-face. His behavior here shocks the audience, yet Capulet displayed a totally different character at the feast. He severely reprimands Tybalt for insisting that Romeo be removed from the ball because he infiltrated the function. Ironically, he shows much admiration and respect for Romeo. Lord Capulet was the dominating head of the family, like most men in the Elizabethan patriarchal society. Capulet proves to be overbearing when he says that he will make every effort to convince Juliet to marry Paris, and he adds, quote, I think that she will be ruled in all respects by me. Lord Capulet's tendency for violence is also shown at the beginning when he asks for his sword to use against the Montagues when there was a disturbance on the street. Hilariously, his wife says that he needs crutches and not a sword, referring to his old age and his inability to fight. He is also very distant and detached, just like his wife, regarding Juliet's feelings and her needs. This detachment is highlighted when it thinks that Juliet is weeping so profoundly for Tybalt. We can also surmise that Capulet, although hard on the exterior, has a very endearing and profound love for Juliet. His emotive outbursts when she died is heart-wrenching, and we tend to empathize with his pain. We must also not forget his sudden change of heart when he learned that Juliet has changed her mind and has agreed to marry Paris. He was ecstatic. He gave in to her demands for clothes. He didn't sleep on the night before the wedding, and he told the servants not to spare a dime and to be lavish in the preparation of the wedding feast. In the end, his kind gesture to erect a statue of Romeo absolves Capulet of any unruly behavior, and we tend to sympathize with his pain of losing Juliet. Thanks for watching, and if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and share. My study guides, Eve's Super Easy books, have lots of help and exam questions. In conclusion, I would like to give you an insight into my study guides, which will give you top grades. My Super Easy series covers Macbeth, Romeo and Juliet, An Inspector Calls, A Christmas Carol, Othello, and others to follow. It's everything you will need in just one book for great exam practice and to achieve excellent grades. It's very easy to follow because it has a unique structure with detailed explanations alongside the text, which is very easy to understand. It also has typical exam questions, detailed character analysis, context, themes, and sample essays. I shall be posting short videos covering exam questions every week. So, look out for my videos and good luck in your studies. Thank you.